Hey, what's up guys, Be Vox, and welcome to the Vox of Gaming. How's it going, Vox Force? We have tons of gaming news for you today, including even more betas, but tons of THQ information as they are now sold off, and of course some Nintendo information as they just dropped the bomb. Like a mini E3. First up, we have the open beta of War of Thunder. This is a World War II MMO-based game all about armored vehicles, flying airplanes, and just murdering people. Next, we have the DayZ Standalone. They can do closed beta. There is a forum down below if you want to possibly take part in it. Right now, they're only taking 500 to 1,000 beta testers, so good luck, but there will be 3 rounds of this. Then we have the PS3 shooter Dust 514. Oh, I love EVE Online, so you guys can go ahead and beta test that. And finally, Warface. I love this game. Next, oh yeah, this is in closed beta, so you guys can go ahead and sign up for that. Good luck. And as talked about before, THQ is no more, but the auction for all their games and assets have just happened, so who went what to where? Well, Saints Row and Metro went to Koch Media. I'm trying not to say okay? These are the guys who own Deep Silver, which you guys know made Dead Island. Which the new owner said, we're so excited to be cooperating with Volition and 4A Games on the future of Saints Row and Metro. This gives us a little tiny glimmer of hope, as we've seen a lot of people acquire game franchises before and it just goes downhill from there. So all for the best. As for Relic Games, Sega now owns them. This information was more or less confirmed by a Relic employee saying that he is now officially a Sega employee. Which the Relic staff seem pretty optimistic about this, going as far as drawing Sonic in Warhammer armor. But in sadder news, Vigil Games, who are the makers of Darksider 1 and 2, didn't get any bids at all. So the studio has shut down and the entire staff laid off, unfortunately. The lead comic designer, Ben Curtin, had this to say in an open letter. We've all been on edge for the past couple months, and more so the last couple weeks. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine what it's wondering like if you're gonna have a job tomorrow. Most of us joked about it just to keep the mood light, but now I look around and realize it did happen. And this kind of comes as expected, with Darksiders 1 and 2 sales not being the best. But what about Southpark, The Stick of Truth, and THQ Montreal? Well, Ubisoft owns them now. It is believed that they paid $2.5 million, which they have also trademarked games like 1666 and a game called Underdog. But there's a twist in this story, because the creative director of Assassin's Creed and Prince of Persia defected from Ubisoft to THQ Montreal. But there's even more drama, because Southpark, The Stick of Truth, well, Southpark Studios wanted to keep the IP for this game, but then THQ auctioned it off, so there's some big scufflefuff there. Now, in a surprise bid, Turtle Rock, which is an ex-Valve owned studio, now was working on Evolve, which is a hidden IP, is owned by THQ. Well, was owned by THQ. Turtle Rock had a backup bid for $250,000, but then Take-Two outbid them by $10.8 million for this IP called Evolve. Wow, alright, now that makes me curious on what the hell this game is about. Now, little is known by Evolve, but it is a shooter co-op game which is going to be running on CryEngine 3. Curious. But now we have a lot of single licensed games, and there's going to be another auction called the Legacy Access Auction. This is for games like Homeworld, which we are all anxiously waiting on who's gonna buy it and make another one finally. Whew, okay, that was a lot of information. There's still gonna be more auctioning information coming up, but now there's a lot of Nintendo news happening, which they just dropped the bomb and had a mini E3. First up, there's a lot of HD games they're now making, and they talked about a lot of releases that they're gonna have at E3 and even playable demos. First one up here is a Zelda Wind Waker remake and another Zelda game. Then they had a spiritual successor to Kirby's Epic Yarn, and it's a Yoshi game, and it's kind of like a Little Big Planet, but there's been no title for it yet. Then we have a new game from Monosloth, which is going to be a Xeno series game, and it's going to be an RPG. But then they also announced at E3 you will have a playable version of a brand new Mario, then a Mario Kart for the Wii, and Super Smash Brothers. I don't even need to play it. I'm just glad that there's going to be another one. But then they announced the Virtual Console, which is SNES and NES games for $1 or $2 you can get. Now, they won't all be coming out at once, but you're going to get them in slow waves. And then, of course, we have Bayonetta 2, which is a Wii exclusive. Temple Run 2 launched last week, and it has 20 million downloads in 4 days. And this Thursday, it's coming out on Android. That's going to be some crazy numbers. Oh wait, today's Thursday. It's also a free download for Google Play you can go ahead and get right now. It's pretty awesome. And that's it for the Vox of Gaming. Now, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below if you want to possibly be randomly picked for the indie game album codes. Congratulations to our 5 winners that are annotated. That's it for me, guys. I am Bebop Vox, and I will see you in game. Can we not afford the explosion anymore? Explosion!